Hello there, greetings. Right with you in a moment.
Hello there.
All right. Guess we don't have to test audio anymore. So far, so good. I was gonna play music or that's good enough. All right. Today's connection most likely be a short one, but hopefully very informative. It's only so much you can give out in a week span, or I don't know, do what we can. So, that's right. I forgot to prepare everything. I forgot. All right. Anyway, um, yeah, tonight it'll be a little bit more on the Atlantis knowledge. Um, there's only so much we can go into. There's always different. There's always, of course, different ways. Basically, a little bit more about the Atlantean awakening is what I got. Also, is to let's put it this way. The last thing I want is everyone obviously fighting among each other on what is right, what is wrong. At least in alien channelings and messages, basically. I mean, obviously, if it's not going to sit with you well, that's one thing. Um, but they don't want that to cause a divide among everyone because everyone's on the for the most on the right, on the same ascension path. Of course, some are going to go in a direction that what feels right for them, of course, wherever that might be. Um, it doesn't mean you have to agree with everything, obviously, but we're still all going into the same direction. Let's put it that way. Just we're going about in different ways, which is fine. Everyone has their own unique way of going about it. But obviously, the channelings it's all about awakening the soul to your higher self, to your oversoul, and on. Basically, reconnecting to your power and making this as like assisting humanity in its awakening energy of basically the new norm basically. And the past is also was not an easy going into third dimension from I would say a sixth dimension for some. So that was very gradual as now we're coming back out of that abyss into more of the awakening. uh, I don't think we're going to go back into third. Well, some are going to have difficulties coming out of it, so or most are for that matter, but that's another story. But usually, when you come out of it, you're not likely to go back. Um, but we still have a long ways to go worldwide, of course. And some of you might have already had visitations. I know I have of some like family members or friends. You might have been attacked by them in your dream state. If you're not, that's good. Just to give you an understanding. Some are going to want to keep third dimension going forever, and there's much more to it than what's you know everything's working out with them, especially if you have a lot of money, or not everyone's like that, but some that have money, like I got it all figured out, and then you find out I don't have anything figured out. So uh, the weird the weirdness like that's on Hollywood, the fantasy movies and stuff, a lot of stuff is real, and so we're slowly allowing a more Palladian grid of knowledge, Syrian understandings, and with different species. We're just getting a more understanding of our powers again, gradually. And this day, as for once again, going to that, I'm going to continue to go. As for physical connections, is still a possibility, but just patience and just heal yourself. Not worry about it. Not many are probably, but some do want a physical connection, and most likely will happen eventually. So that's why it's nothing wrong with bringing up. Just being impatient about it doesn't help much. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So sometimes it might. sometimes when you truly desire something, you just keep going for it, going for it, going for it. Eventually, it will happen. So, I guess it all has to do with the energy you're putting into it. Obviously, the more negative force, nothing's going to happen. Well, something might happen, but it might not be something you want. So, it's different ways of looking at it. But definitely, this is yes, the dawn of the new age of alien connections and it becoming more, acceptable to the new Earth. The lower energies, like the reptilians, are only going to have so much power here. Those that are obviously those are not aware of all this are the easiest ones to attack because they're not. It's like reptilians or whatever it is. That's archons. They're not going to believe in it, so they're easy to get into that web. So it makes it a little more interesting in that regard, obviously. So, all right, we're going to who I am. If you're new to all this, of course, I didn't get that set up. I forgot all about it. So, give me 1 second. I'm just going to do this really quick. I get my energy back. Oh, get my senses. This is ivantower.com. You have private sessions to learn more about your spiritual connections, directions, channeling, wherever it might be. We also have questions you can submit about 5 days, maybe 6 days. 10 days would probably be better. For delivery, we also have Spirit Social. You submit a question, past life regression healing, message from Yeshua, channel consulting, 5-minute healing. Also have other spiritual connections here. Joe Grecky from Miguel, healing from Nick and Yosium. There are other services here also. And we also have, let's see, I forgot all about this. Never mind. Let me see. Oh, we have it. Where do I have it? Jonas revealing the event, New Earth. Little by little, twin flame mission. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, connecting to the trees and other beings. If there's anything else, we also have we have a web app also for iTunes and Google. That's just for your convenience. And hurry up. Oh yeah, so we have the new webinar sign up situation. We also have Jake Comic, and we also have Oracle cards here also. All right, enough of all that. Thank you for your support, donations. Thank you for us. YouTube is still working for now. I'll be moving everything to Vimeo eventually. That's going to take a while. There's no easy button for that one. There's also BitChute. I uploaded one video to BitChute. I'm pretty proud of that. And that's probably as far as it's going to go for that. Or I'm trying to do Vimeo, and I'm doing this. So I might put up some more on BitChute. We'll see. Get more attention, if any. So, all right. There's one thing. I'll probably do a channeling, and you keep this one a little bit short. So I just have to put a title there somewhere. See if who comes through. I have the title of something, so I'm not always knowing what's going to come through. Just to put that out there. Let's see. Yeah, one thing I got a message. Now, this isn't going to be for everyone, obviously, but this is going to be very general. But maybe not. Well, maybe not. I'm going to go into super detail, but I'll give hopefully enough to understand what I'm talking about. There are certain people that have difficulties healing, Um, doesn't go for everybody, but certain ones that are like they feel like karma is getting them. They did something and they went to karmic court, an astral one, and but they're still having difficulties healing, and you know people are have channelers aren't right, or somebody is not right, or they can't seem to get the right answer they're looking for. There's always this conflict that's going on with certain individuals. What was with this person, for example? And what I guess I got a message is like some people aren't always going to get the answer they're looking for. Sometimes they will, especially when they're involved with like someone's death in another past life. Like they poisoned somebody, at least in this instance, I got. Basically, this person felt like, it was justified and harming somebody. And so harming that person through, you can say, a poison, and then justifying it, not getting caught either. And then this life kind of feels kind of haunted and not sure, not trusting guides, this problem, that problem, and trying to go to karma court. Doesn't really know what's going on. And either way, not always information is going to be brought to you, but sometimes there's the chance of a wrongdoing in another lifetime that has not been uh, healed properly. And so, give you an example of some people have difficulties healing altogether. You can do whatever you want, and you can get conflict from. They say they're positive, but then you get attacked by them verbally or through energy. And so they're always right, and this and that, and they're not realizing they have an incarnation they're not very proud of. So it gives you kind of an understanding for healers out there to see, and or anybody for that matter. Some people, I think, they're always right and always on the attack. Uh, Not always. They say they're coming with love, and then you're like, damn, that was really negative. Just to let you know that there's sometimes other things going on there that now I can't always tap into, but sometimes it will come through. Not always for that person because that is their, and they won't believe it anyway, most likely. And they might, but most likely not. And sometimes they're begging for help and they can't get help from anybody, don't trust anybody. Da, 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 da. So there's that. So that just came through right before I went on live. So that was kind of interesting. So it was, conflict with somebody I dealt with a while ago. And so it's like, what was all that about? So I kind of got a little more detail of it. So even a super general, so it doesn't really matter. Person things like mud anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I thought that was interesting of that. I always wondered what that was all about. So kind of like just it's like I'm getting more verbal attacks, and it's like it's saying that with love. Doesn't seem that way. So gives you kind of an idea, kind of some context, of what we're not always aware of. So especially when you justify doing something not so good in this lifetime, you justify the way you kind of treat other people in not so great of a way, also. And some of these people are, jeez, some people are managers of companies or businesses, and not always have that type of background, but still has like a justification of not exactly doing the best thing. How they get into that spot is because they're very determined and all that nonsense. So, and some do try to avoid karma. Like I never do anything wrong, and actually, you connect to that energy. Say, yeah, I did some pretty terrible things in that lifetime, but now you're avoiding it. So, and you don't want to hear it, and da 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 da. So there's that type of stuff that's out there to give you kind of understanding of a different way of looking at the world. Let's put it that way. So, and there are, let's see. Obviously, there's a lot of lower energy reptilians running the mindset of many on this world. Trolls, for example. Some, and there's also just some that just don't want to hear the truth. Have difficulties. Uh, Not necessarily a negative energy is there. Not necessarily. sometimes, but sometimes not. It's just a lot of times just they don't want to hear it. Like this stuff, they want to hear it, so they become like a troll to some degree. But it doesn't mean, they're just feeling what their side's right and we're all wrong. So not oh, I mean, yeah, there's some negativity there, but it doesn't mean you're like possessed by anybody or anything like that. It's just, the mindset of 3D is slowly crumbling, and it'd be kind of interesting to see how when it hits the mainstream, it'd be very fascinating. It's like watching a bridge come apart, but everybody's going to be okay. It just the bridge to one mindset and thinking has changed throughout the ages. You can see religion doing that. Martin Luther. I know I'm using religion, but things change, and this is another version of it. We're not going to burn anything down or anything like that. We're just going to be on YouTube and hope for the best. So, jeez. Anyways, okay, all right. We'll see if anybody is here to bring a message of assistance. See New Earth and New Atlanteans. Yes, we are going to. Yes, you're going to constantly hear that the New Earth constantly because that's what we're striving for, isn't it? You're going to from other channelers or healers. Like that's we're not trying to steal from everybody. It's just we're all we're not always necessarily physically or mentally working together, but I would all just want to a better a more positive place, right? That's where all this is about. I'm not trying to steal from anybody's ideas of New Earth or anything. I don't know why that even came to mind, but just the idea is just we're going into a new dimension of thinking, and so you're going to hear that over and over and over from different places. Not always here, but it's just going to be the norm, and that's just showing that we're letting go of the old ways of thinking, and so it's just like we're ready to upgrade, ready to graduate. You just look at it like that, just a new level. That's all. That's just you need to call it something, and so a new Earth sounds a lot better than higher vibrations, energies is great also, but the new Earth definitely sounds better too because you're just going to a whole nother reality altogether. And this one is it does seem like also using that type of wording helps speed things up as it needs to. Just to just showing that the old ways of not everything's going to be disappearing, but the low energies of 3D, the fear, the hate is all going to find itself somewhere else, basically. So, one moment. All right, we'll see who comes through. And so we have a message from the Galactic Federation or somebody to bring us assistance into our new upgrade system. So, much love, blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. We are the Atlanteans. Yes, every one of you are part of the Atlantean vibration. As your technologies increase in energy, your also outlook will change. The mental mind will change in more of a fourth and fifth dimensional thinking pattern. Right now, you are at a third and sometimes a fourth vibration dimensional thinking. But as your energies shift into more of a higher fourth, fifth, and even sixth dimensional energy field, you will allow yourself to upgrade yourself. Yes, ever so slightly, because too much will not be comfortable for everyone, as you are aware. Some of you can also disappear to let you know. As you connect to higher vibrations, you can disappear. Most likely that will not happen, but it can happen. You're just going to another reality, basically. A more positive vibration. And some of you are probably feeling that to a degree, but realizing your guides are keeping you in one place. But we're just saying that those things can happen and will eventually. But at this early stage, it is still too early for this. But at this time, if you are changing your energy fields, changing your realities, yes, the low vibrations of your earth are getting more sophisticated, but realize also you are becoming stronger and more aware of their presence. As for the healing, you are bringing, realize also many of you are bringing a healing energy to the earth, even if you're not even knowing it. Because you want a healing for yourself, or you want a healing for others. You basically want a better earth, not just for yourself, but for others. And so that energy goes out throughout the planet. And it does change Earth's realities ever so slightly, but not too much, but ever so slightly. And this will continue to do so. As you get more mature with your energies, the ideas become more mature as for what's to come. And not everyone is ready, as you are aware, of what's to come. So realize everyone's at a different level for many reasons, as many of you are still learning through this dimension and not ready to fully, yes, transfer to the new earth. But this is all done on purpose as you're gradually shifting. Realize many of you are working with the third dimension, assisting it, and going into the fourth dimension to relax. Many of you are going to a meditative state, some type of relaxation. Some of you are going to, not all. We're going to basically a time of relaxation. You can also ask for a fourth and fifth dimensional relaxation energy to you just put that intention out. Ask your guides, your angels for a relaxation. And just feel it come through. It will take time to come through sometimes. If you're driving, yes, it's not recommended there. But if you are in a kind place, a place of just subtleties, you can even do this at work if you want. It depends on what you are doing. If it's very quiet, you can ask for a fifth and, yes, even sixth dimensional healing energy to basically just relax and open yourself up. It is just it's like you're breathing the air of the higher vibrations. This is another way of reconnecting to your wizard-like energy fields. And these are the times of, yes, the new Earth, the new Atlantis, as this world, yes, has had enough, but realize also, when it went to third dimension, it wanted to discover all parts of it. And yes, and going into complete darkness was part of it, but not entirely, as nature was always there to be on your side, as you can see. So you weren't always in full darkness, because nature is always there as a friend. It was all done on purpose. So realize also, this world wasn't always of complete darkness. It is half and half, but the half of the dark side, yes, was very heavy, but not there forever, though. As yes, those teachings are the heaviest teachings in this universe. And as you can see, many are still going through it. And so there are different levels of this low vibrational teaching that many are not ready to leave. As you bring in more of a, basically, as you connect more to fourth and fifth energies, you're saying that everyone can relax. You don't have to have these problems anymore. And many in your third dimension are not ready to let go of their problems, as you are aware. They keep their conflict around because they're learning through that conflict. So that is where a lot of personal responsibility comes in, to basically to let these individuals live what they need to live. Be depressed, be happy, whatever it might be. You are there for them, but respect their choices, of course. It does help you grow, it helps them grow, it helps everyone. Forcing your intentions on it never works. we are just bringing this up, not to say anyone's truly doing this, but just to, because many do want a new Earth, a fourth dimensional, high vibrational Earth, basically. And some do not intentionally try to force it, but they do want everyone to experience it just for the better of everyone. The idea is to just, yes, keep those intentions positive, as yes, the higher vibrational Earth will find them when they are ready. But many of you basically bless those that are not ready and just say, whatever you say about us, that is fine. We still love you no matter what. And this is your new Earth energy. It will help you connect faster, actually. You're basically just assisting yourself and others that are ready, while also sending out blessings to those that are not ready. Just basically, it's like a hug or a kiss to them that just, yes, see this as nonsense, but not realizing they have this ability also, just not ready to activate it as they're still discovering their third dimensional realities, which is fine. So there's much to learn. As you connect more to your higher vibrations, there's still great amounts to learn as for how to have these abilities and how to use them. So we send you light and love in your new world realities as more is to come. Yes, there are different beings here, reptilian, Arcturian, but they're all friendly though also. There are some that are not, but those of you who are activating yourselves, you will see what you need to see. And I believe you will be more than ready to see what you need to see. So whatever it might be, they're there for a reason. And majority of some do need a scare, I see. But that is up to them. Some do. They just need to, oh, that's you again. I just flipped out for 5 seconds. That does happen. Some just like that interaction. You say it's another version of hello. So, blessings to you. Much love. With the Atlanteans, we continue our connections with you always. Right. Much love, everyone. Take care.